Good morning, Mr. Tony. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are excited to learn about your experiences living abroad and the insights you can share with us. To begin, could you please introduce yourself briefly?
Hi everyone, my name is Tony Ahirianto. I am a sailor originally from Indonesia, but I have been sailing all over the world since 2011.
Okay, so question number one. Where did you live abroad and for how long?
I have lived in a lot of different countries. I lived in Sharjah, UAE for 7 years, Pakistan for a year, Malaysia and Brunei for 3 years, Africa, especially Gabon and Ivory Coast for 2 years. And I recently go back to Indonesia after living in Europe, precisely in the Netherlands, Scotland and Ireland for a month.
Okay, then. Question number two. What motivated you to move to another country?
Due to job requirement where the company placed me to work in that country, I initially didn't have any aspiration to work abroad. However, Alhamdulillah, I was given the opportunity to live in several countries and get to know many people from different nations.
Okay, question three. What was the experience like? What was your experience while living abroad?
I could feel the difference in many cultures and their cuisines. I learned that people of various races have very different habits. For example, I noticed that Europeans highly value punctuality and appreciate that work I do diligently. While living abroad, I also had the opportunity to introduce the diversity of Indonesian cuisine, and it turned out they enjoyed Indonesian food so much.
Okay, question number four. What was your favorite aspect of life in the new country?
When I visited the Netherlands, I was amazed by the pristine street, immaculate canals, and an overall environment free of the litter and pollution. That commitment to maintaining their surrounding was evident in every aspect of daily life.
Question number five. Did you make long-lasting friendship or connection with people from different cultures?
I actually did. I have a friend named Stefan. He is Gabonese. We always stay in touch and check up on each other. I once taught him how to cook Indonesian fried rice and also some Indonesian phrases. Besides the good experience, I certainly had some unpleasant experience during my travel in one of African countries. When I was at the airport, it seems like all the officials were asking for money for their personal benefit. I also had a racist experience when I was in a famous city in Europe. At the time, the airport immigration officer seems indifferent to people from Asia like me. I'm also so disappointed how such unprofessional they treated me.
Okay, last question. How has your experience abroad influenced your career or personal growth?
Living abroad make appreciate for the value of time. Being immersed in the different culture has taught me to respect and manage time more effectively. My time abroad has shaped me into someone who now values and utilize time as precious resource. Finally, living abroad challenged me to adapt to new environment, become more open-minded, and develop resilience in the face of change.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tony, for sharing your remarkable experiences and insights from your time living abroad. Your stories and perspective have been truly enlightening, and we appreciate your openness in sharing them with us. Your journey has provided valuable lessons and inspiration. We wish you continued success in your endeavor, and we look forward to staying connected to learn more about your adventures in the future. Thank you once again for your time and expertise. See you.
Tony Ahrianto, a sailor from Indonesia, and he has been sailing all over the world since 2011. He has lived in a lot of different countries: Sharjah for 7 years, Pakistan for a year, Malaysia and Brunei for 3 years, Gabon and Ivory Coast for 2 years, Netherlands, Scotland and Ireland for a month. He lived in another country due to job requirements, and while he lived there, he felt the difference in cultures and cuisines. He also noticed that Europeans highly value punctuality and appreciate the work he did. During a visit to the Netherlands, he was impressed by the exceptionally clean streets, pristine canals, and a general absence of litter and pollution. The Dutch demonstrate a strong dedication to keeping their environment clean, evident in clean public transportation and spotless parks even during busy weekends.
Tony also has a friend Stephen. They are still in touch and check up on each other. Tony once taught him how to cook Indonesian fried rice. Although Tony had good experiences, he certainly had some unpleasant experience during his travels in African countries. And also he had a racist experience in Europe. However, living abroad made him appreciate the value of time. Being immersed in different culture has taught him to respect and manage time more effectively. He said personally, living abroad challenged him to adapt to new environments, become more open-minded, and develop resilience in the face of change.
In conclusion, living abroad, you will find a lot of cultures and cuisines that might interest you. Also, you could make new friends there and have a lot of good experiences. However, sometimes you will get an unpleasant experience while you are living abroad. Just ignore it and enjoy your living abroad.